11 o'clock news network in all of North, Central, and South America. I am Chief Carlos Hancock.
And I am Chief Shane. Our main stories this morning include North American societies, the Mayans, the Incas, an interesting human interest story, and an editorial by the famous Mohican Indian Michael. Our first story today is about the different North American cultures. Currently living in North America and wanting to move to a different area, stay tuned. All throughout North America, different societies can be found. These societies can be broken into regions. The four main regions we will be reporting on today are the Pacific Northwest, the Southwest, the Northeast, and the Southeast. If you're looking for a diverse oceanic community, the Pacific Northwest is a great place. Rich in resources, it can support a large population including the Kuwait, Nukta, and Hyde people. The main diet of these people include marine animals like whales and foods found in coastal forests. The colder climate is not fit for you, then the lands of the Southeast are a perfect place. It's composed of mainly desert and dry lands at one point. This climate was having problems with agriculture. Thanks to the Mohican people, they have solved this problem by using irrigation methods. These farms produce fruits and vegetables that can be stored in clay pots for later use. Looking for a region located near the east rather than the west, the northeast and southeast regions will be perfect. The southeast consists of the great woodlands east of the Mississippi River, home to well-known mound builders, the Andinos, Hopwells, and Mississippians. Looking for a larger community, continue north of the southeast region to the northeast region, known for the Great Iroquois Alliance. The alliance guarantees protection and cooperation from all people in the alliance, like the Mohawks, Oneida, Onondaga, Cayuga, and the Seneca.
Our second story of the night is about the Mayans. Their homeland stretched from southern Mexico to Central America. The Mayans took many Olmec influences. By 250 AD, the Mayans were a flourishing civilization. 250 to 900 AD is known as the Mayan Classical Period. During this time, they built complex cities like Tikal, Copan, Uxmal, and Chichen Itza. Each of these was an independent city-state ruled by a god king and governed by religious officials. These cities featured giant pyramids, temples, and palaces. Tens of thousands lived in the residential areas. They grew maize, beans, and squash. They practiced slash-and-burn farming and played a ball game. They believed this game would continue the cycles of the sun and the moon and bring life-giving rains. Although cities were independent, they were also very reliant on each other. Our third story of the day is about the Incans. The Incans built their empire based on cultural foundations thousands of years old. The Incans originally lived on a plateau in the Andes Mountains. They settled in the valley of Cusco after wandering for years. By the 1200s, they established a small kingdom in the valley, and during this period, the Incans developed traditions and beliefs that helped them launch and unify their empire. One of these traditions was that the belief that the Incan ruler was descended from the sun god Inti. Only men from the 11 noble lineages could be Incan leaders. By 1438, Pachacuti takes the throne. Under him, the Incans conquered all of Peru and moved to neighboring lands. By 1500, the Incas ruled an empire that stretched 2,500 miles along the western coast of South America. This included 80 provinces and 16 million people.
Looking to move to the southeast, but are worried about the dry climate and food production? Worry no longer, because the Mohican people have developed a new way to grow crops in the dry desert climate. We're using an effective method known as irrigation, allowing farmers to bring water to their fields. Now knowing this, you're wondering, what great crops are being produced? The three main crops are corn, beans, and squash. Not looking to stay in the southeast, but just visiting? You can stop by a local marketplace and pick and trade for some of these delicious crops. But wait, there's more. If you come in the next day, you'll receive pottery storage with your goods and a religious blessing on all your food for free. Just stop by these local marketplaces. Traditional Incan headdress, Chief Carlos Hancock.
Oh, thank you, Chief Shane.
Now on to human interest story and editorial by Mohican Indian Michael.
Now to Michael with the human interest story.
The Aztec Tenochtitlan became an extraordinary urban center. It had a population between 200,000 and 400,000 people, which made it larger than any other European capital of the time. It remained on its original island. Aztec engineers built 3 raised roads called causeways over the water and marshland. Streets and broad avenues connected the city center with outlying residential districts. The canals that intersected with these roadways allowed canoes to bring people directly into the city center. Canoes also brought goods from the farthest reaches of the empire to the economic heart of the city. The huge market of Tlatelolco at the center of the city was a massive walled complex filled with palaces, temples, and government buildings. The main structure in the complex was the Great Temple. This giant pyramid with twin temples at the top, one dedicated to the Son of God and the other to the reign of God, served as the center of Aztec religious life. Editorial for today includes the Mayan religious practice. The religion influenced most aspects of Maya life. They believed in many gods, which means they are polytheistic. There were gods of corn, death, of rain, and of way. They could believe evil or good, or sometimes they could be both. They believed that each day was a living day whose behavior could be predicted with the help of a system of calendars. They worshipped their gods in various ways. They prayed and made offerings of food, flowers, and incense. They would pierce and cut their bodies of and offered their blood, which was a little crazy, but they believed that it would nourish the gods and kept the world in balance, which could be true because human sacrifice is very brave.
This concludes our newscast for today. I'm Chief Shane.
I'm Chief Carlos Hancock, and have a good day, my good people.